pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call. Here.
Here.
Here. Approval of the agenda.
Mayor, I'd like to approve the agenda with the exception of, I'd like to remove the portion of the closed session that says real estate acquisition matters as authorized by section 610.21.
I'll second it.
I'm
sorry. I want to clarify, you just want to take off all the executive closed sessions?
No,
I
didn't
just
want
said
it
that
to-
section.
You said one section. Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No public forum, nobody signed up in that part. Consent agenda.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
New business, wage scales for the clerk. I guess all we need is a motion for approve what we discussed in work session, have Joanne draw up ordinance for it to be passed at the next regular meeting, or sooner if we have one. Somebody got a problem with that already? Can that be somebody's motion?
I'd like to make a motion that we have an ordinance in accordance to what we agreed to in the work session, and have it set for approval by the next meeting, sooner if necessary.
Motion made, seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Fire department.
I don't have too much report. All we had was 3 calls this month, and it was all medical calls. That's all I got to report.
Did, John never did come down and did that video for
Never
that.
asked me now, but I talked to you after the meeting.
I've been going almost every day this week, and I know he forgot, he was going to do, but he won't be here no more. I will make sure he gets down there. I might even get him, see if he can get down here sometime this weekend. I mean, it's him, he's doing independent from me, but I'll see if I can get him down there.
Just loading up pretty good.
But I forgot about it, and I know he did. Okay.
Anything new, Joe? Anything new on the gas detector yet?
It's ordered, but I ain't got it yet.
Okay, thank you.
Street fund,
No report, Mr. Mayor.
park and cemetery.
I don't really have anything to report other than Dennis said that they've been down there cleaning the bathrooms at the park, getting it ready for
It's
the
booked,
contest weekend.
it's booked for like the next 2 weeks, I think, next
Yeah,
weekend.
the 16th and the 23rd.
31st, no.
Whenever, don't matter, it was just booked a couple of times, I know in the near future. Maybe we took care of it before we go, but. Street,
I have nothing.
water and sewer,
One thing I have to report is that the back fees have been good, so they've all come back good this month. So. And one other thing, I'm sorry.
look,
The sewer project has started and everything's looking on track. So,
I've heard them hammering concrete.
yeah, they tore up the dry bed, so they're supposed to start laying pipe next week, so. Anyway, just a quick synopsis of what's going on. That's it, thank you.
Animal control,
Nothing to report.
emergency management,
I have a question on the siren I'm hearing them tested, but it's gonna go to make the sound 3-4 times, whatever it is, when the tornado does come. I know siren goes off, but it just goes off once when they're doing the test. Where normally in tornado scenario, I think Joe said it's 4 times.
That was our old siren for the fire department that we used.
It just goes and
But this
for a
one
period
here,
of time, don't it?
911 be blowing it, I really don't know how long it'll blow.
But there's no recall. I mean, whenever you hear that siren, it is a tornado. There's no all clear sign. Don't think because you hear it now and 20 minutes later you hear it again, well, there's another tornado. There is no all clear sign. Anytime that blows in inclement weather, it is a tornado within 5 miles of here.
Within 5 miles.
But a lot of people might get confused if they, two back to back, 125, and they think it's all clear. There is no all clear. It only goes off for a test, which they tell you, or it's actually a spotted, some storm chaser or something, or radar.
But it'll do one sound and a long one for...
As far as I know, it goes off, and it probably goes for a long period of time. I don't think it does a bunch of ons and off. It goes and it stays on for a period of time, and when it's off, it's off. That's my knowledge. We'll try to find out and report back again, but to my knowledge, it just goes off, and I don't know how long they do it.
I know they did a test a while back. We ran it for several minutes.
But a lot of that test there is they got spotters out trying to see how far out it's going. I'm hearing talking in my drive. I heard it playing day the other day, but sometimes I don't hear it. I guess depending on the wind or what. But it tells you to test.
It's supposed to be on if you're outside.
I know, it's only for outside. If people say they don't hear it in the house, it don't do no good. It's not designed for people to wake you up at night. It's designed for people outside.
When they were testing it the other day, it did wake me
Oh, it
up.
can wake you up. But if you live 2 miles out and you call up and say, hey, I didn't hear that in my house, they say, well, it's not designed for your house. It's designed for people outside that take shelter. You have all different kinds of things you can have in your home for warning. But when you're outside, you might not have it. But I don't know. I've heard people talk out quite a ways that they hear it. But they don't say whether it was inside or outside. But I will try to find out, and that'd be no problem. We're able to name and see. I think it's just going to be one long flat. That's my opinion, and it's almost an educated opinion, but I'm not sure that's what they said. But we can find out. But I do know there will be no all clear. Okay, we're down to the citizen participation part of it. Anybody got anything to say? I have your 3 minutes.
Thank you. Diana Smith, Circle Drive, and I have a question for you, Alderman Bovee.
You direct the question to me, and if I let him answer, he answers. Your question comes to me.
Really?
Yes, that's the order.
Okay, I will do that.
You learn, if you win, you'll know kind of lot then.
All right, okay. I have a question for Alderman Bovee. And on Monday, March the 4th, the leaders of my church, our church, were approached by Mr. Bovee requesting access to the church parking lot to dump chunks of gold concrete and cement from the city and the ravine behind the church. When I heard it, I was with one of the wives of the leadership of the church. And when I inquired further, I was told Brother Dennis, which is what he's referred to as around church, said that the church would be doing the city a great service by allowing them, the city, to dump old chunks of cement, concrete, and powder used to dry up sludge in the ravine behind the church. Those I spoke with from the church were unclear as to the contents of the waste material and as to whether it was environmentally friendly or not. Nor were they aware of any liability that would affect the church if this was a problem. So what I'm asking is, can you explain your actions involving this incident? Because I was understanding that this whatever waste is sent out of here some other way the city takes care of getting waste products out of here, and as to the current disposition of the mentioned materials.
You want me to answer it or you want?
No, I can answer it.
Why don't you can? Have it.
The material that they've cleaned, okay, by fresh and clean, the drying beds were dumped out, the sludge was hauled off, and the concrete was clean, okay? The original plan was to get permission to go across the church parking lot and dump it behind there. But that's not the church property behind there. It belongs to an individual, and that individual did not want that concrete dumped there, okay? And if it ever did have to be removed, the city don't have the equipment to do it. So, other arrangements were made, and the contractor made arrangements with the quarry down here, Fisher's Quarry, and they accepted it. So, that's a neat point.
Okay, thank you.
Easy, man. Okay. Pretty good. And by the way, it's just concrete, it's being disposed of properly. There's no environmental there. I don't know what you think of it, but it's just concrete for rebar, which would be a good feel for people that got to work at. He was trying to do the church a favor, he wasn't trying to make no political issues.
Oh, the church didn't have, I was.
They've been using, we've had people dump there before, where they're washing out on the end of the church there, dirt and different things, so he was trying to do the church a favor. He wasn't trying to hurt anybody. I mean,
Well,
he was doing everybody a favor.
When I heard the word powder that we used to dry up sludge, that was my question.
Yeah.
Because the person I probably
Anybody else?
don't know anything about it.
There's no other business appearing before the board. We will, the motion to go in a closed session for litigation on two things, one for litigation and one for personnel matters. Now, I don't know the numbers offhand. Litigation is 610.021, 701. And personnel manager is 610.021, paragraph 3. Need a motion to do that
I make a motion to go into closed session
for them two.
for those two,
Second.
one for litigation and one for personnel.
Made second, roll call.
Alderman Bowe,
Aye.
Alderman Gerard,
Nay.
Alderman Franklin,
Yay.
and Alderman Hussey.
Motion made and carried. Marshall, would you escort the camera?
Jonathan?
One of these days, we will have another room for this. Has anybody else, anything?
No, I think we took care of everything. I think,
You waited for a close?
make a motion to adjourn the meeting. Oh,
We got one person, 2 seconds.
Because that was.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Have a good night.